Voluntary benefits. What are voluntary benefits? Well, it's kind of in the name voluntary, right? Oftentimes, voluntary benefits are extra benefits that employers are able to offer that most often employees will pay 100% of. Now, there are times where oftentimes, and I mentioned this earlier, where the competition for good employees is getting tough, and employers will purchase voluntary coverage for their employees. And you'll see in other times, smaller businesses who maybe necessarily can't afford full major medical coverage for their staff at the time will at least provide some sort of voluntary coverage for them. Yeah, I've worked with some small businesses in the past where, as they were starting up, they couldn't cover that 50-50 cost yet on their employees. They were later on down the road, but in the meantime, they were able to do, like some group accident coverage and critical illness coverage. So that is another option, but essentially the list of benefits that are involved in voluntary benefits is quite extensive. For these purposes, I'm going to keep it fairly traditional, but I will add more as we go along. But anyways, the things that are the most common voluntary benefits, are things like disability, short-term disability and long-term disability, long-term care, gap coverage, wellness plans, a wellness program for your staff. And we actually have a gap wellness program that we fused together that is pretty remarkable. And I'll have more info on that on other pages and videos exclusively. Accidental injury insurance, hospital indemnity insurance, critical illness coverage. And those are some of the most common plans that are being utilized as far as voluntary goes. And there are benefits to that, aside from disability, because we don't want to pre-tax that. All the other plans that I listed, maybe long-term care, but all the health plans, like I said, accident, gap, wellness, hospital, critical illness, those plans are run on a pre-tax basis. So employees can have the deductions taken out of their payroll pre-tax. So there is a tax benefit to the employee for getting the plan. I mean, there's a benefit for them getting on the plan, still costing them money, but there's a benefit for them getting on the plan. And there's a benefit to the employer's FICA taxes, should they choose to allow the plans to be voluntary and allow the plans to be purchased by the employees. And in my experience, when it comes to voluntary benefits, the best enrollments I've seen are ones that are coordinated with major medical, just so all benefits are knocked out in that time. Because as education goes and employees understand and learn why some of these voluntary programs like short-term disability coverage is so important, and why health insurance and these ancillary products, dental vision, they still don't fill all those holes. Like, what do you do if you're out of work for 3 months, right? Things like these wellness programs, everyone participates when they realize that the program is actually paying them money to be on the program. It allows them to even purchase more benefits and have a better benefits package. So as voluntary benefits, think of most oftentimes employee paid, more often than not 100% of the cost. But in the landscape of the benefits world, more and more employers are starting to pay for voluntary coverage for their employees as well, to keep the best staff that they can possible.